What's up, everybody? Dirk here. Welcome to the dungeon. It's Sunday. Time change is a bitch. It's a time change in Germany here. We went an hour forward. I don't like losing an hour. I want to gain an hour. Which we didn't have to change the time, but it is what it is. So, what we got for today? I'm going to show you this little setup here. This is your standard astable 555 circuit. And you got this extra cap here. This is a really just kind of throw together thing. I kind of have a couple of 555 circuits up there. Need to get repaired. This one did have a NPN transistor here. So going from pin 3, it comes out, went through a resistor into the base of the NPN, and then out again over into the MOSFET, or if you're going to power another NPN transistor, something like this. So, with my findings, my personal feeling is I don't like using those. I had to replace the NPN transistor that was in this board with another one, and that one fried as well. Because when you're playing around with your potentiometers, tuning, your arc, so you can get the longest arc possible, or if you're tuning it to get a really nice crisp sound for a plasma speaker, something happens where it'll turn the NPN off, and then it'll eventually burn up. It'll burn up the resistor that's in front of it, and then eventually it'll lead over to your MOSFET or power transistor and fucking fry it. So yeah. Just my personal recommendation. I don't like using them. It might work for some people, might not for others. You kind of have to play around with it a bit. There's another circuit as well. They're all astable circuits. All these 555 circuits are all astable. I'm not going to go into explaining the astable circuit. You can look that up on YouTube. There's some great videos on YouTube explaining mono-astable and astable 555 circuits. So I'm not going to go into that. Anyway, I got this hooked up here, and give you a couple of tips as far as making a pretty nice circuit, because these can be pretty powerful. You have ZVS circuits. You get the TL494. You got those circuits as well. I haven't built one of those yet. Eventually, I will get into that. You got quite a bit of circuits. So a lot of people will put down the circuit. It's not powerful enough, or maybe it might be too complicated. It's not complicated. These are very easy. Once you build a couple, you can pretty much build them all. They're all the same. You might change around some of the components in here. The resistors or add potentiometers, and in replacement of said resistors or the capacitor value for the timing and blah blah blah, so on and so forth. Now, if you add yourself a resonant capacitor along your primary, because down here you got the drain from the MOSFET, and right here is your primary coming from your power supply. So if you add a resonant cap up here, you have to play around with this. As you can see, I got some different tapping points here. I'm on a 10-turn tap here with the 220 nanofarad capacitor, resonant capacitor. This isn't a full quasi-resonant. I'm just playing around with this right now. But adding this capacitor right here helps out quite a bit, because without this, I would pull full power from this and not get a whole lot of output. With this in here, this will draw about 3 amps. It'll be a nice hot arc, and not only that, it puts less pressure on your MOSFET down here, or power transistor, whatever you're going to use. So it doesn't heat up as much. Having a fan and a nice big heat sink is a must for this type of circuit. And this also clears up some of the static and whatnot if you want to play a plasma speaker. So right now, with this setup, it's a pretty damn decent plasma speaker. It's really nice. It has a pretty crisp sound. You can tweak your potentiometer over here. To kind of smooth the sound out even a little bit more, and it helps to have a big boom box or something like that. A phone or an iPad or something like that just doesn't have enough juice to make it loud enough. This does, however. This guy's a little bit fidgety. I did have this a little bit close to my Tesla coil over there at one stage, and yeah, it's not too happy these days, but it still works. Still works. I got to keep it running though, unfortunately. It's just playing right now. So I'm going to go ahead and stop yakking. I'm going to sit this camera down here. Let's see here if I can get this going here. Bring it up here a little bit. You can hear it a little bit. Should be able to. It's pretty loud. I can hear it outside when I walk outside, even with that fan blowing. So. That's pretty loud. That's a good song. Didn't get any, I gotta be kind of wary these days. I did have the high voltage radio for a little bit, but I had to put that on hold, unfortunately. You know, copywriting and stuff like that. I don't want to get copyrighted, so I'll just put a little bit of dubstep, electronic music, appropriate for this. Good song though. Forgot what's on the CD. Excuse me. You can see, pulls about 3 amps. So yeah, and that should be pretty cool down there. And there's also a protection diode on there. I'm going to put another one on there, as well as a capacitor, and that goes between your source and your drain, going in this direction. Just to let you know, helps a lot of back spikes. Or you can also incorporate a neon bulb right up here on the primary, going from the drain to your the primary power input here. So, I hope you guys enjoyed that, or maybe you learned a little bit of something if you're new to this, or you want to build a plasma speaker, or try to get some quasi-resonant action going on. It's pretty cool. It's pretty fun. I'm going to start looking for a vacuum tube over there so I can make myself a vacuum tube Tesla coil. Wish me luck. And until then, everybody, cheers and thanks for watching.